Forget the Grand Bazaar and Hagia Sophia for a moment. What if I told you there's an Istanbul only a few have seen? Today we're diving into a city that needs no introduction. Istanbul, this place is amazing. It's a mix of culture, history, and energy that you won't find anywhere else. You know about the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, and the Grand Bazaar, right? Those places are super famous. But guess what? There's a whole other side to Istanbul. A hidden city waiting to be explored. Think secret alleys, local hangouts, and ancient wonders that even some locals don't know about. We're going beyond the tourist traps and discovering the true heart of Istanbul. Over the next 10 minutes, get ready to uncover some hidden gems. Our first stop is a total game changer. Let's go! First, we're heading to Balat, one of Istanbul's most vibrant and historically rich neighborhoods. This historic neighborhood is like taking a trip back in time, but with a vibrant and artistic twist. The streets are filled with stories from the past, blending seamlessly with the present. Get ready to be amazed by the colors. Everywhere you look, there's a burst of vibrancy that will leave you in awe. We're talking buildings painted in every color you can imagine, from deep blues and greens to bright yellows and oranges. It's a visual feast for the eyes. It's like a rainbow exploded all over the place. The sheer variety of colors is simply breathtaking. Balat used to be home to different communities, Jewish, Greek, and Armenian, and you can still feel their history in the air. The architecture and cultural landmarks tell tales of a diverse past. Today, it's a mix of cultures, a place where artists hang out, and a photographer's dream come true. The multicultural vibe is palpable, making it a unique spot in Istanbul. You'll see these incredible old houses that are a little bit run down, but that's part of their charm. They add to the authentic feel of the neighborhood. Spend some time getting lost in the streets, which are like a maze. Each turn reveals something new and exciting. Trust me, you'll find hidden courtyards, antique shops full of treasures, and cafes serving the best Turkish coffee you've ever tasted. It's a place where every corner has a story to tell. This is the real Istanbul, authentic and full of life. The energy here is contagious, and the people are warm and welcoming. If you want to experience the true spirit of Istanbul, Balat is the place to be. It's a cultural treasure trove waiting to be explored. Okay, you've probably heard of the Basilica Cistern. It's one of Istanbul's most famous underground attractions. It's that huge underground space with hundreds of ancient columns holding it up, creating a forest of stone beneath the city. It's impressive, but most tourists miss the coolest part. They often overlook the hidden gems within this subterranean marvel. Hidden in a corner, there's a special column called the Medusa column. It's not just any column, it has a story to tell. It has a carving of Medusa's head on it. This ancient carving adds an air of mystery and intrigue. You know, the mythical creature with snakes for hair? Yeah, that one. Medusa, the Gorgon from Greek mythology. Nobody knows for sure why it's there or where it came from, but there are some interesting theories. Some say it was repurposed from an ancient temple. Some people believe it's there to scare away evil spirits, adding a layer of supernatural protection to the cistern, while others think it's a tribute to Medusa's power. Her image might have been used to symbolize strength and resilience. Whatever the reason, it's a mysterious reminder of Istanbul's ancient past. The Medusa column stands as a testament to the city's rich history. The whole place feels like another world. The reflections in the water and the dim lighting create an otherworldly atmosphere. It's easy to get lost in the maze of walkways and columns, imagining what it was like when this place was the main water supply for Constantinople. The sense of history is palpable. Alright, let's take a break from the city buzz. If you ever feel overwhelmed, hop on a ferry to the Prince's Islands. Don't worry, it's a quick trip from the city center, but it feels like a world away. Imagine this: clear blue waters, beautiful forests, charming old mansions, and horse-drawn carriages instead of cars. You heard that right. No cars are allowed on these islands. It's like stepping back in time to a simpler, more peaceful way of life. Rent a bike and explore the roads, go for a hike in the forest, or find a quiet spot by the water to relax. And the food? Oh man, the seafood here is amazing. It's fresh and cooked perfectly. No matter which island you visit, you're in for a treat. Peace, quiet, and a side of Istanbul you never knew existed. Okay, let's be honest, everyone loves a good rooftop view, and Istanbul, this city is made for hanging out on rooftops. But forget those crowded tourist spots, we're going to find the hidden gems. Imagine this: you're sipping on some traditional Turkish tea, the sun is setting over the water, and the city lights are twinkling below. You hear the sound of the call to prayer and a gentle breeze carries the scent of spices from a nearby market. That's the magic of Istanbul's secret rooftops. These aren't your fancy rooftop bars with expensive drinks and long lines. We're talking about local spots, hidden on top of old buildings, with views that will take your breath away. Ask around, explore a bit, and you'll be rewarded with an experience you won't find in any guidebook. History lovers, this one's for you. Imagine walking along the same walls that once protected Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire. These aren't just any walls. We're talking about the Theodosian Walls, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a reminder of the city's incredible past. These walls stretch for over 4 miles, winding through the city and offering amazing views from above. Today they're a part of everyday life, with locals using the space for picnics, playing soccer, and just hanging out. You'll find street vendors selling all sorts of things, and the atmosphere is lively, especially on weekends. Enjoy the panoramic views, explore the hidden gates and towers, and get ready for a history lesson like no other. Calling all vintage lovers and antique hunters, get ready to step back in time in Kukurkuma, Istanbul's hidden gem for all things old and unique. This neighborhood is a treasure chest of amazing finds, from Ottoman-era furniture and vintage clothing to old records, books, and quirky collectibles. Seriously, you could spend hours wandering through the streets, exploring shops overflowing with hidden gems. Chat with friendly shopkeepers, find one-of-a-kind pieces, and discover the stories behind each object. But it's not just about shopping. Kukurkuma has a cool, artistic vibe, with art galleries, cafes, and restaurants popping up among the vintage shops. Okay, time for a little romance. Istanbul, a city where East meets West, is filled with enchanting stories and breathtaking views. Standing on a tiny island in the middle of the water is the Maiden's Tower, one of Istanbul's most famous landmarks. This iconic structure has stood the test of time, witnessing centuries of history. But this isn't just a pretty sight, it's a place full of legend and mystery. The tower's silhouette against the setting sun is truly mesmerizing. One story says a sultan built the tower to protect his daughter from a prophecy that she would die from a snake bite. The tale adds a layer of intrigue to this already fascinating landmark. Another tells of a love story between a young woman trapped on the island and her lover who swam across the water every night to see her. Their love defied the odds and the treacherous waters. Whatever the true story, the Maiden's Tower is a magical place to visit. Its charm and allure captivate everyone who sets eyes on it. Take a short boat ride over, learn about the tower's history, and enjoy breathtaking views of the city. The journey itself is an adventure, offering a unique perspective of Istanbul. Today the tower has a cafe and restaurant, making it the perfect spot for a romantic dinner with an amazing view. Imagine dining with the love of your life, surrounded by history and beauty. Just imagine. Delicious Turkish food, the sun setting over the water, and the twinkling lights of Istanbul around you. It's an experience that will stay with you forever. You've probably heard of the Ortaköy Mosque, that beautiful Ottoman-era mosque right by the water. It's a must-see, but don't just take a picture and leave. The real magic of Ortaköy is in the streets around it. Get ready for a sensory overload as you walk through the bustling streets. You'll smell grilled meats, sweet Turkish delight, and freshly baked bread. Street vendors sell their goods, locals chat and drink tea, and the energy is contagious. This is the perfect place to try kumpir, a Turkish baked potato with all sorts of delicious toppings. Trust me, it's a meal in itself. And while you're there, check out the artisan market. Everyone knows about the Blue Mosque, but just a short walk away is another architectural masterpiece, the Süleymaniye Mosque. This grand complex, built in the 1500s, shows the incredible skills of Ottoman architects. Step inside and be amazed by the high domes, beautiful tile work, and peaceful atmosphere. But here's a secret. The Süleymaniye Mosque isn't just a place of worship. It's also home to one of Istanbul's best sunset spots. As the sun starts to set, head to the mosque's gardens and find a spot overlooking the Golden Horn. It's a truly magical experience and the perfect way to end a day of exploring Istanbul. The Galata Tower, a medieval stone tower with panoramic views of the city, is a must-see for any visitor to Istanbul. But don't just ride the elevator to the top and leave. The real magic of Galata is in the streets around it. This historic neighborhood, once a Genoese trading colony, is now a mix of cultures, a place where artists thrive and a hipster's paradise. Get lost in the maze-like streets lined with colorful buildings, unique boutiques and trendy cafes. This is the Istanbul that never sleeps, where you'll find live music, street food vendors and locals and travelers hanging out together. There you have it. 10 hidden gems that show you the true spirit of Istanbul. From colorful streets and ancient mysteries to rooftop views and vintage treasures, this city is full of surprises. So ditch the tourist traps, grab a map and get ready for an adventure you'll never forget. Let me know in the comments below which spot you're most excited to explore. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more off-the-beaten-path adventures, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload.